anyone serves at the pleasure of the president, but the level of churn, I think you would agree, has been pretty high in turnover within the cabinet.
Probably
Does that concern
unprecedented. For a president who had no experience in government, bringing with him a variety of people who had little or no experience in government, the churn has not been a surprise to me.
Has it been a negative for the country?
The sooner things settle down and there's a modicum of an organizational process that goes on in terms of policy making, I think that's better for the country. I mean, the president will always be influenced significantly by his instincts. And in a number of cases, those instincts have served him pretty well. And he needs to have a group of people around him in whom he has confidence and with whom he feels comfortable. That's been true of every president. It has taken him longer to get there than his predecessors, but I think it's because he came to the job with a very different background and a very different personality.
John Kelly served under you. Now that he's chief of staff, how would you assess his ability to institute that order?
Well, I mean, my impression, again, I live a continent away from Washington, D.C., not by accident, but my impression is that since John got there, that there has been more order, a more orderly process in terms of staff meetings, in terms of coordination within the White House, and so on. He says himself his job's not to control the president, but it's to have some order within the White House in the way decisions are surfaced for the president. I have the sense has accomplished that pretty well.
And yet, reports just this week that the Homeland Security Secretary drafted a letter of resignation because she'd been so picked at, yelled at during a cabinet meeting, and that showed the president didn't have faith in her.
Well, you know, different presidents deal with the people that work with them in different ways. The first president I worked for, Lyndon Johnson, did a lot of yelling and swearing at his senior officials. In his own way, so did Richard Nixon.
But this fits a management style pattern for President Trump.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way he is. That's the way he deals with people. I mean, let's just say I have a totally different style, but he is the President of the United States.
Do you think, though, that he shows a level of respect for his cabinet and staff that is warranted?
Well, as I say, that's not the way I would deal with people. That's not the way I think I ever did deal with people, and I did fire people, very senior people. But, you know, every president's going to have his own style in the way he deals with people, and as I say, it's not the way I do it, but that's the way he does it.